Hello, St. Matthew. Today we're continuing our parish reflections on Advent. In our last video, we looked at the theology of marriage. In this video, we'll examine the concept of motherhood, specifically as it relates to Mary. Today we are joined by St. Matthew parishioner and school mom, Franchelle Jaeger.
A few years ago, when I was doing some after Christmas sale shopping at a local store, everything was 50% off. That was Christmas. And so I was sifting through the wreaths and the ornaments, and I looked up and saw the most beautiful canvas of our Blessed Mother. And I knew immediately that I had to have her. So I fished her out of the stack of other canvases. And as I took her off the shelf, the one behind her was of Santa Claus. And the one behind that was like a winter wonderland landscape. And I wondered, was she part of the sale? And so I turned to a nearby store worker and asked, and she shrugged and said that we could ask the manager. So she took the canvas and I followed her to the manager, and she asked him if this picture of this lady was part of the Christmas sale. The manager looked at me and was obviously embarrassed and told her that yes, that's Jesus's mother. She's definitely part of the Christmas sale. So they both smiled, handed me my canvas, and I quickly bought her for 50% off and went on my merry way. But on the way home, I thought about that exchange, and I had this weird tension inside of me. On one hand, I was super proud of the manager for recognizing that the lady in the picture was indeed the Blessed Mother, but I was also kind of annoyed that he insinuated that she was definitely a Christmas character. But I was also happy to get her for 50% off. She now hangs beautifully in our kitchen in our home. And we keep her there the whole year through, because as Catholics, we believe that we should keep Mary close to us always throughout the year. We don't just bring her out at Advent and then put her away when we pack up our nativity sets. We keep her close to us because she is our good mother, and she is constantly bringing Jesus to us and us to him if we let her. But I also have to admit that after I was reflecting, I have to consider that maybe the manager was onto something. Because of course, we think of Mary during Advent and Christmas time. And we think of motherhood in a very special way during Advent. And I think that's okay. Because I think Advent is actually a very motherly season. It's a time that's really in sync with a mother's heart, whether it be Mary's heart or the hearts of our own mothers or women who have mothered us in this life. Advent is a beautiful time of often hidden preparation, and mothers specialize in that. So much of what we do as mothers is hidden. We were created and designed by God with a space inside of our bodies to prepare another human being for life. And motherhood is all about waiting. Advent is about waiting. We get that as women. Motherhood, in terms of waiting, means that we often have to wait 9 months when we're expecting a child. And for some women, as they're waiting for their child and their gift of motherhood, they sometimes have to wait much, much longer, and it comes in different ways. But we as women are designed for that anticipation and that waiting. And once we have that child, once we have that person in our life to pour all of our love and sacrifice into, we know that there's still more waiting in motherhood, because we're looking for the fruit of that. And we're expecting the fruit of that because God is good, and we know that motherhood is good, and all of this has a purpose. Advent is a beautiful time to think of Mary, yes, but also of motherhood and our noble place in God's beautiful creation as his cooperators, as he forms us in this gift of motherhood with hidden preparation and holy anticipation.
We hope you enjoyed this reflection on motherhood. Stay tuned for our next reflection on fatherhood.